Y'all remember what happened to Charlie Kirk. If you don't know who Charlie Kirk is, look him up. And don't just look up a video or two, because there are videos out there that have been taken out of context. I need you to do a deep dive into who the man truly was. He was inspiring to a lot of people. He changed a lot of people's lives. Now, of course, you have those who don't like him, people who may not like me. Just like there's people that may not like you, and I'm pretty sure you don't care. Some of y'all actually do care about the opinions of others. Some of us don't. Well, Charlie Kirk, he led the way for a generation. That's what I saw. When I watched his videos, when I did my research, he led a generation, and he was teaching the youth how to be more productive human beings. But you will have people who will slander his name. Well, we all know that he was assassinated about 2 months ago. Yes, it's been that long already. 2 months since I made a video about Charlie Kirk. If you haven't viewed it, go back to a few videos of mine and watch it. You will get some context as to who the man truly was. But he was assassinated on a campus. We don't know what the truth is yet, because we all know that what you see on these screens is not real. What you see on your screen, on your phone, whether it's your phone, your laptop, your tablet, your computer, it's not real. Anything can be doctored, especially with AI now. We have a video here with Myron Gaines and Candace Owens. Some of y'all hate both of them. I don't care. We're going to watch this video, and you're going to get my commentary on this situation pertaining to the assassination of Charlie Kirk, because there are different stories out there. We have those who believe the narrative and those who have done their research, and they believe something totally different. So we need to find out what Candace Owens knows, and in order to do that, we must view this video as she is interviewed by Myron Gaines. Before we get into the video, though, I need y'all to do 3 things for me. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and share this video so someone else can do the very same thing. And if they don't, then we're going to send Candace Owens after them.
So let me ask you this with Charlie Kirk, because you're definitely one of the most outspoken people when it comes to the Charlie Kirk investigation and what's going on there. Obviously, you knew him personally. You guys have worked together for many years. I'll kind of just turn it to you, and you could just tell me, because you've been looking at this for a while now. It's almost it's over 2 months now. Can you
Now, I need y'all to understand something. If you look at the mic that Myron Gaines is speaking on, it says Candace, which means what? You can look at the background. He actually came to her to interview her instead of the other way around, where a lot of people come to him in Miami to be interviewed. She's absolutely right. In case you didn't know, her life is definitely in danger. This is the reason why she does not probably leave or go to certain places anymore, because as you come out and speak against certain things, especially the military, especially the Congress, the government of a certain country, whether it's this one or another country, you have to understand that your life will be in danger, because these people have the reach. They have the power to reach you. Just in case you did not know, when she's naming names. She's dropping names, which means that these people will see this, and you have to wonder how they feel and what they want to do to her. This is the reason why I believe her life is truly in danger. Just like Charlie Kirk's life was in danger, I believe her life is in danger as well.
And what it's looking like is that Calvary Chapel has been accused of tons in the past, and also accused of hostilely taking over well-meaning faith organizations and ministries, with Rob McCoy at the center of some of these scandals. It's looking to me like Turning Point's apparatus provided an opportunity. Now, who they're actually working for, what they're actually doing, I don't know. But I can tell you it is not about Jesus Christ, okay?
Okay.
And this would explain why, for some unknown reason, Christian Zionist influencers have been losing their minds about the idea of investigating the Charlie Kirk assassination. It's odd. Like, I looked up and I'm going, why are Christian Zionists trying to use Bible verses to say that we shouldn't question anything. I mean, everybody knows you were a cop.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing you do, finances and the people around him, common sense,
We know that you cannot believe everything you see. Some people call it a matrix because there are people who actually control your day-to-day lives. There are people who control the narrative. Why do you think they put certain things out there? Why do you think they put certain foods out in the grocery stores knowing that it's bad for you? They allow you to smoke cigarettes. They sell this stuff to you. They allow you to drink alcohol at an alarming rate. Why do you think they use certain colors? Why do you think school is an indoctrination camp? Why do you think they get you ready to be indoctrinated from the time you are a toddler to the time you reach kindergarten, middle school, elementary school, high school, to college? Most of y'all have been indoctrinated and you don't even know it. Most of y'all have been brainwashed and you don't even know it. That is because there are actually people who are pulling the strings behind the scenes. They control everything, the military down to politics. That's why you actually think that it is two sides warring against each other. No, it is two sides on the same coin. Two sides on the same coin. So when you flip that coin, you're either going to get one or the other, right? Right. Which side is right and which side is wrong? There is no right or wrong side because they are both on the same coin. They're playing for the same team.
You're not going to hold up a Bible like a false prophet and tell me not to look here or else I'm going to be condemned to hell. Because let me tell you how the Bible works, okay? Christ is king. What that means is truth is king. And if anybody is using the Bible to tell you not to pursue truth, you are dealing with somebody who is manipulating you.
Who do you think, I guess, I know you said the people around him, but who do you think is the most responsible? Why would they want him gone?
I think Charlie was not allowed to be anything but a Christian Zionist. And he was changing in the last few weeks. When I look at the timeline that I put together, some weird stuff, this Egyptian plane that was started tracking him, everything began ratcheting up after Tucker Carlson hit the stage. And
in July.
Mm-hmm,
oh yeah, I was there for that. Yeah. That pissed him off.
That was a something.
Yeah.
So I think Charlie was done. As Megan showed the video, he was telling Tucker to go max. All of the things that they lied about, we've now proven. And why were they lying about it? This is the thing. Why lie if you have nothing to cover up? That's my common sense here. You only lie because you have something to cover up. No matter what the lie is you only lie because there's something that you're hiding. So if they had all come out right when Charlie died, if Seth Dillon, who pressed Charlie in the Hamptons, was like, oh my gosh, my biggest regret is the last time I saw Charlie, I was being such a jerk about the Israel. They were so stupid. And this is a reminder that you never know when you're going to see somebody last. It would have been like, oh, okay, nothing to see here. It was like a full court press effort to lie about everything. Josh Hammer, he never blinked on Israel. He was on the text message chain where Charlie said 48 hours before he died that he was done with the pro-Israel cause. Why lie? That's my question.
Interesting.
And I don't like the silence from Turning Point employees. I know for a fact one of them, who I'm not going to name, has a text message from Charlie the day before he died saying they are going to kill me.
Wow.
Now,
do y'all think that's a coincidence? I think not. Because y'all know that I don't like speculating. I don't like assuming. When you assume, what do? We make asses of ourselves. I love hard evidence, proof. From what she's saying, she has the proof and the evidence. Now, if Charlie Kirk believed that they were going to assassinate him, the day before that he says it, and then the day after they assassinate him, something is going on right now that we are not aware of. I smell foul play. Just like the assassination of JFK, Martin Luther, Malcolm X, and some of the prominent figureheads in society. Yeah, do you not see a pattern here? Something is going on that we are not being told. And when you do speak out against certain things like this, they will quiet you as well.
He was not referring to lobby when he wrote that message.
Yeah.
If you are his friend and you're interested in the truth, why wouldn't you tell the public that? wouldn't you just come right out to the public and say, hey, I don't know what happened, but like Charlie thought they were going to kill him. I do not like the way Turning Point is behaving. I've made that clear. And nobody is going to emotionally manipulate me and tell me that it's all good now. And to attack Turning Point would be to attack his legacy. Charlie told me years ago that he had, which I shared the messages, he was having a ton of visions and was telling me that Turning Point was going to be the death of him. He knew he was going to die young, and strangely knew that I was going to be the only person to defend him, right? I showed the messages.
Yeah.
I showed the messages.
They tried to say it was fake and you pulled it up and yeah.
We're here now. And I'm going to defend him. I'm going to figure out what happened.
What are your thoughts on how 𝗂𝗏 Kirk has been dealing with this and some of the people that are close to him, his manager and Mike and all them? Like, do you think they're just playing a role? Do you think they're involved? What are your thoughts on them in general? Just some of the people in his closest circle.
It is obvious to me that
the reason why I wanted to do this video is because there are certain people in society, there are certain people in this world who actually are in pursuit of the truth. The rest of y'all love having the veil over your eyes. You love going through your day-to-day motions of not knowing anything, acting dumb, deaf, and blind, as if you don't see anything, you don't hear anything. Yeah. The rest of you want to go through life that way. But there are actually people who are in pursuit of the truth. And these two are certainly the type of people that want to bring the truth out. They want to reveal the truth no matter what. And I believe it's going to cost them their lives. Remember that I told y'all this. It is going to cost them their lives because they dig deep when it comes down to facts, when it comes down to people lying and organizations lying, when it comes down to uncovering the hard, cold truth as to what happens to certain people, especially Charlie Kirk, because Candace Owens and Charlie Kirk were really good friends. And I understand exactly why she is going down this rabbit hole.
McCoy was the person that they wanted to launch as the new Charlie. That's very obvious. The way they brought his YouTube channel back with a speech from Mikey, and everyone was kind of trying to soft sell Mikey to us and was like, who's this kid? You're 23. Why are you the chief of staff of anything? Who are you actually? And you're brought in by Rob, your dad, who is dirty. I mean, very dirty guy. I covered more of that yesterday. He just gives me the sleaze and the ick. And it just is very strange.
That was an accurate shot. If you're aware of how Charlie Kirk was assassinated, where he was actually hit, that was an accurate shot. I don't care how much practice this student, they say, who allegedly was the shooter, practice. I don't care how long he practiced, which we know he didn't practice for long, but that was an accurate shot. To the point where he hit this man and this man passed away. They said instantly he passed away. So that makes us question, was this a professional hit? Candace Owens is definitely alluding to that. She believes it was a professional hit. She's not sure yet. This is why she's still digging into more information, trying to get more information on what happened. And it seems that Turning Point, the organization that Charlie Kirk founded, is probably complicit in his assassination. That's what she's trying to tell us.
Someone that just sprinted. I don't even know if there was a person that sprinted that day because everyone's forgetting. There was also a news report that came out week before that somebody was on the roof. A professor came out and waved the person. Now, they may have been dropping off a gun, dropping off a screwdriver. I don't know.
Because there's one video, like one of the students had panned out where he was running. But that person who took that
video that I had to track down, military.
Really?
Everybody's military in the story.
Really? So the person that captured that, because I remember when it first broke out, that cell phone footage got released where the shot goes off and for some odd reason he's looking at the roof and you see like a little speck running on the top. So that person that took that video was military.
I got in touch with the person and they didn't put the video up themselves. I had to go through 3 people. I'm like, so I'm supposed to believe you're like a college kid and you have nothing to do with anything. You just decided to randomly like be like, oh, I got this video, but I'm gonna send it through 3 people to have it released.
Interesting.
And also the 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗀𝗏 building where the shot definitely did not come from is the only place on campus that houses, I believe on the 3rd floor, according to my source, like the military something is in the 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 building. So there's a lot happening.
And in case you don't think shit like this happens, see, I read a lot of books. And years ago, I read that countries created organizations. This country has an organization that goes to other countries and is able to infiltrate their governments. They are able to start wars. Do you not understand what I am saying? They are able to infiltrate governments and start wars in many different ways. And now that technology is so advanced, what do you think they are able to do? A video that they show us, right? A video that they say is something may not be that thing, because they are creating fake videos every day. I see a fake video every day. Sometimes I actually believe it's real because it looks so real. So they can create anything and everything. These are the dangers of AI digitally enhanced videos. It looks real. So you can't believe your eyes anymore. This is the most confirming factor in believing what you see. Because most of the time, if you see it with your own eyes, you believe it, right? Well, now you can't even believe your eyes anymore. So again, who was actually on that rooftop, if anyone was on that rooftop? Because I have seen several videos where they say that the shooter was in the audience, not on the rooftop. So which one is it? Now, after a couple of months, we're going to forget everything. The text messages they are speaking about were the messages between the alleged shooter and his boyfriend. When I read those messages, of course, they put them out quick. They put those messages out really quick. When you're painting a narrative, you have to put out information at a certain time. You have to put out information so that it looks real, so that it feels real, because you're playing to the people's feelings. And so once they released those text messages as quick as they released them, now remember, they released that type of information, but as Candace and Myron said, there's no videos of this man taking a shot except for a dark figure running across the rooftop. But these messages between the alleged shooter and his boyfriend, you could tell it was written. They actually ran it through an AI script. Yes, they ran it through an AI script, and AI said that this is most likely a fake movie script. They said this is most likely made up. That's what AI said. This message thread between these two parties was likely made up, fake. And when I read them, I could tell it was just so much information put out there all at once. Yeah, I did it. Yeah, it was me. Yeah, he's going to pay. Yeah, I have to go back and get my rifle. You just need to read those messages yourself. Look it up and you will see exactly what I'm talking about.
One of my biggest issues is they didn't show him taking a shot, but they have him running across the roof. So it's like, how do you not have him prone shooting the shot? So, and I know you're still investigating and figuring everything out, but if you can kind of give me a quick summary, what do you think transpired in that day? Who do you think is responsible? Maybe a rough timeline. I know you're still filling parts in, but from what you have so far, what do you think?
So this is a guess, and this is just like, if I had to guess right now where I'm at, and I think Tyler Robinson's only contribution was that he had his prints on the gun. I know that his prints were not the only prints that were on the gun, which is something that they haven't been honest about. Okay. I would suspect that his only role,
DNA on that too and stuff.
Yeah, I think Lance Twiggs is much more involved. I don't think he took the shot either, but I think he's more involved. I think that Tyler Robinson's, all of these people that were involved that day got swept up in stuff. From George Zinn, the guy that cheered, his father's also the guy next. I mean, the whole thing is like, it was an operation with blackmailed people.
And the Zinn guy was at 9/11 too. Weird.
Yeah. I mean, just unbelievable. And again, more of a marker that this was like a blackmail operation. Also, Zinn told a nurse that he was being paid. He didn't know how he was going to be paid for doing that after. So he was supposed to be another patsy. And
yeah, because it was like immediate. Like he got like when this all broke out, he got arrested and he was like, it was out in the news like immediately.
Multiple people involved that day. One person maybe just supposed to run across the rooftop. Another, I think Tyler Robinson, all his job was to pick up clothes. I think literally he didn't set foot on campus that day, and his job was to get rid of the clothes next to the Dairy Queen into some cemetery, which I broke. and the FBI is not disputed, but they decided to monitor the Dairy Queen afterwards and send some feds there. Yeah, so his role was to pick up clothes. I think Lance is actually the one that's walking in the backpack, but
the TMZ
in
footage?
the maroon. Yep,
Okay.
I think that's
The
Lance.
TMZ footage,
And I don't
okay.
know who is walking up the stairs. I think that's a whole different person because they don't even look like they have the same body.
Okay.
I don't even know how deep this rabbit hole is going to go. But I know that it's going to go deep, and Candace Owens will not rest until she has dug up all the facts that she can on Charlie Kirk's assassination. Hopefully, it does not get her caught up because, as I said earlier, both of their lives are in danger. Trust and believe when I tell you. Everything she is saying makes so much sense. Operation, what are you supposed to do? Oldest trick in the book. Look what's in this hand while I am doing something with this hand. And so when they said they had all these patsies, all these key players running their roles, one running across the rooftop. And as y'all remember, there was that old man that said, I did it, immediately after the shot was fired to mislead the cops and to mislead anyone who was recording. That's why they did that. The alleged shooter going to drop off or pick up some clothing, the text messages. See, all of this stuff is put out there to confuse us. Because how can you tell what's real when everything seems real? Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. Y'all have to be careful out here because you cannot believe your eyes anymore. You definitely cannot believe your ears. And there are other factors at play in the assassination of Charlie Kirk that we do not know. And hopefully one day we will uncover it. Until next time. If you like this video, like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more content.